Foundation Trust was begun as a way of honoring our friend and close family, Wairema, who passed away in August of last year, 2014. Our aim is to create awareness about depression because Wairema suffered through depression, and we feel that it is a topic that most do not talk about and it is often ignored. So we want to create awareness and demystify all the stigmas that are related to depression and to sensitize the community about depression and the hope that there is a treatment for depression. It can be treated and it can be managed.
Our mission is to see depression taken up by the horns, so as guys can come out of that cocoon that depression is a disease and come out and fight depression.
Depression has got its characteristics. Some of them, if I may talk about them, would be, loss of appetite and weight loss or gain, a change of pattern in sleep, lack of interest in activities that were once upon a time enjoyed, a lot of sadness, feeling of hopelessness.
Depression, I would say, it's not a disease like malaria or typhoid or whatever the case. Depression is something that can be controlled, and therefore those with depression shouldn't feel stigmatized.
Many people will talk about things like triggers, but I'd like to go to a biochemical approach, because our body is made up of many chemicals, and so is our brain. Now, depression is a situation that occurs to the mind, not necessarily the brain, but the mind. In the mind, you will find that there are certain chemicals that affect the way we feel, whether we are happy, whether we are sad, whether we're going to cry, whether we're going to laugh, whether we're going to isolate ourselves or we're going to be out there with people and making friends and laughing. These chemicals are generally known as neurotransmitters. And biochemically, if I would like to talk about depression, there's one particular neurotransmitter known as serotonin. Serotonin is one of the neurotransmitters that really affect the way we feel. Now, when we have less of serotonin in our brains, then we tend to go into depression.
Depression comes at us all in different shapes and forms. It is a very underestimated in terms of its prevalence in society and its effect on people of all ages. It is no respecter of individuals, no respecter of status, and can have devastating consequences.
Nilianza kutumia madawa za kulevya wakati nilimaliza shule class 8 because hatukuwa na uwezo ya kuendelea shule niende secondary. So as kufika class 8 sikuendelea na shule, nikabaki tu hapa, na kwa ile marafiki na nini tukaanza polepole kuvuta sigara, bangi hivyo polepole. Then nikapatana bado na marafiki wengine wakani introduce kwa heroin, wakinipeleka town shughuli ya kutafuta wazai wazungu. Na kwa hiyo time nilikuwa kanono, so ikakuwa lazima ndio ni lose weight nipate mzungu nitumie madawa heroin.
The adolescence, actually adolescence starts from 13 years to about 24 years. That's a very long period. So these are people who are most vulnerable to depression because of their biochemical issues, their hormonal issues, their life issues. Here they are, they're half grown up, still half kids, they have their cultures, they have their what, you know, so and drugs as well. You know, this is a time when people are busy experimenting with all kinds of drugs and lifestyles. So yes, this group is very vulnerable, the adolescent group.
Nimetumia hii heroin for 15 years. Miaka 15 kila siku navuta hii heroin. Kila siku na niko na 38 years. Which means nimeanza hii kitu nikiwa na 16 years. Unaona?
When I was 15 years old, my parents divorced. I fell into depression and started abusing alcohol. I saw this as an escape route as to what I was feeling deep inside me. It all started with a bottle, progressed to 2 bottles, and before I knew it, I was drinking too much. I continued drinking alcohol well into my teenage years. My case got worse as it was also being fueled by peer pressure, and I found myself abusing other drugs.
Maisha ni ngumu juu wakati wa madawa vitu mtu hufanya si vitu nzuri. Kwenu huwezi enda juu ukienda kwenu unaenda unaiba, una jina mbaya, wanajua wewe ni malaya, wanajua vitu kama hizo. So kabla hata after kuacha hizo madawa kurudi wakukubali society, kukubalika kwa society pia ni kazi, ni kibarua.
It's treatable. Is it curable? We do not really have a cure for depression, but we are able to treat it, and this means that you have to be on medication for quite a long time, and it, you know, depends on your clinical symptoms. When your clinical symptoms have subsided, we probably put you on maintenance doses. You have to be in touch with your mental health worker just to see how it goes. But hopefully with time you might even be able to go on what we call drug holidays, where we take you off medication and you continue with your life. But we're not very, we do not really have a cure for this particular disorder.
Mimi nafanya kazi na Wairema. Mimi ni representative wao ama ambassador wa huku Mathare. Tunajaribu give back, tunajaribu mali tunaweza saidia, kama ni hao watoto wadogo, kama ni hao wasichana wadogo, hata kwa maongeo juu hatuna pesa za kuwape, kwa maongeo na kuwa mentor. Hata mimi mentorship ilinisaidia sana, ndio nikafika point ya kukubali kwenda kwa rehabilitation center.
After leaving the rehab, I took it upon myself to help others going through the same problem which I had gone through back then. And this is how I joined the Wairema Foundation, as I felt that I could not do it alone, but as a group we can accomplish much more together.